In this video I'm going to show you how to finish off your cake and how to stick on the decorations using either royal icing or putting a flower into a posy pick and inserting that into the cake. So first of all, just to attach some satin ribbon, take the ribbon and wrap it around the cake. And you first of all want to measure just how long you need it to be. So you want it to overlap slightly. So cut it longer than the circumference of the cake. Make sure you always use a pair of sharp scissors to cut the ribbon so you don't get any fraying. Then you can either use a dot of royal icing to stick each end down, but I prefer to use double-sided tape because the royal icing tends to seep through and you see it slightly through the ribbon on the back. So you only need to attach the double-sided tape to one end. Peel it off, pull the ribbon quite tight, stick it down. And then to attach some ribbon around the base board, just cut off 3 or 4 pieces of double-sided tape, stick one at the back, and then at intervals on the cake board. One here, and then one on the other side at the front. Another way of attaching ribbon to the cake is just to use a Pritt stick or another glue and just wipe that around the board and the ribbon will stick to that. Peel off the back. And it's always good to do this on the bench top rather than doing it up on a cake stand. This way you make sure that the ribbon stays flat against the bottom of the cake drum. She'll go around this way. So carefully pull it around. Again, you want it to overlap slightly, so measure it, cut it. And then attach a tiny bit of tape to the ribbon. Peel off the back, and then just stick it back on. And then now to stick on the decorations. Here we've got a wired flower. You can't put wire directly into a cake. All flowers that are on wire need to go into a flower pick. These come in different sizes, so for something like this you would probably use one slightly thinner, but just to show you how to use this now, we'll just use this one. If you're doing a big spray that's all binded together and that's quite heavy and quite thick around the wire, you'd use an even wider pick. So you just insert that in, and you want it to be wedged in quite tightly so it's not going to move about. If it does move about, you might need to wrap around some more flower tape just to bulk it out so that it is jammed in and it's not going to come out when you transport the cake. And then you want to look at the cake and decide where it's going to go. So I'm just going to put mine on the corner to one side, and you have to be brave and just push it in. All the way there. And then usually what I like to do, and it's just a personal thing, I don't like to see any of the wire even at the base of the flower, so I make some smaller petals and just stick them in and tuck them behind where the outer petals are, just to hide where the flower actually goes into the cake. And so just to stick on the other decorations, I've just got a little bit of royal icing in a piping bag. Just snip the end off. And it's always good to use the same colour icing as the colour of the icing on the cake. Otherwise you could use the same colour as the decoration that you're sticking on. And then you want a small amount, enough to stick it, but not too much because you don't want it to ooze out from underneath, otherwise it looks very messy. And just stick them onto the cake. So then when you've stuck on all the flowers that you want in position, you can then pipe dots just into the centre of each flower once they're on the cake. And there you have your finished decorated cake.